Hey YouTube, make a video of how to fix a power supply. The last video was how to clean out the dust out of the CPU and power supply cooling fan. Take off my jacket. Now I'll make a video of how to clean, or actually take off the power supply, so we can try to repair this damaged fan. So what we're gonna need is a Phillips. Let's go ahead and get started. Should be 4 screws holding the power supply together. Okay, power supply comes out just like so. I'm not gonna unhook anything off the power supply, so I'm just going to open it up here and there. Alright. Looks like we got a couple of screws. These hold the fan. This looks like it holds the plate together. So let's go ahead and remove these 4 screws off of here. Make sure you can see that. Alright, once you got that, you just pull this up. You just pull this up. There it is. That's what the internal of a power supply looks like. You got your switch here, your switch, your input, cooling fan, your fuse, cooling pads, power inverters, or I don't know what the hell they're called. They create more electricity. So let's go ahead and remove this fan now that we have this open. This also has 4 screws. Alright, so there that is. This comes all the way over here, and it looks like it's soldered onto the board, so we're not going to be able to remove it from there, but we are going to be able to remove it from here. And this is what I think the problem is. I'm going to need a flathead, I think. I'm going to get a flathead to pry this open. Seems kind of weird that it's super tight, because I could have sworn that's what's causing the problem, but it's feels nice and tight. Let's try to pry this open. So you can see I'm spinning it and then prying it down another end, and then spinning it and then prying it down on another end, and spinning it and then prying it down on the other end. So, oh, that's nice. It didn't come off, but what we did do is break it off. So let me see. Open this up. There it is. There that is. Well, the stupid little fan didn't want to come out. And now we broke the cooling fan off of it. It's no problem. Got a little bit of crazy glue. Alright, I went ahead and cut that open and apply some. You can see where I ripped it out from, so it has a little pattern. Looks like the pattern goes right where I stretched it at. There it is. Just gotta let it dry now. Put these wires back in here. So it doesn't look like it's gonna be the fan problem. I guess this power supply is just going bad. I thought it might have had another fan in here, but it does not. Well, we'll go tell the boss that we need to go pick up a power supply off his depot. Hopefully they have one. There it is. Everything's back together. It's in there. It's going. It's drying. Should be good to go. Just makes it weird that that fan was super tight, but it was making noises like it was loose. Absolutely puzzled to what the heck the noise is. Sometimes you need a hand one. Gotta make sure it goes in there correctly. The reason I go backwards is because you can hear when it slides into place. That one's being a little stubborn. But that's how it is when you use power tools. Anyway, so that's back together. That's back together. I know it's not this cooling fan that's making the noise because I already stopped it, and this was the one that was making it. Here we go. Watch. Well, now nothing's making a noise. The fan's working good. I hear no noises. What I'll do is review the camera. Maybe there's a stupid wire hitting it, but it didn't sound like a wire was hitting it. But I don't know what we did to fix it, to be honest with you. All we did was open it up, mess with the fan, and break it and glue it back together, and it's obviously working now. It's not making any noises. Alright, so well, I don't know what we did, but it seems like it's working now. There's no wires touching. Everything looks like it's put in place where it's not able to touch. So I have no idea. Let's just go ahead and put this back together. This has little tabs on the side that slide into it like a little sleeve, like so. Same thing on this side. Okay. I was gonna say it's missing screws here, but that's where it's mounted on. Doy. So these go here on top. You want to be careful when you use power tools. You don't want to over tighten stuff, end up breaking stuff. I do it because I'm used to my drill. That's the only excuse I can give you. Alright, so here are the last mounting 4 screws. It's always good to give it a little shaky. Like I said, turn the screw backwards, then the right way forward. You can feel it where it sits in there. Helps you out so much. You don't drive in that screw in incorrectly. It's mounted properly. And how do I know where to tighten? When it starts to skip like that. Now just go ahead and make sure this is nice and secure. Like I said, you don't want to over tighten these. That's why I went and did it with the screwdriver at the end, just to make sure I didn't over tighten it. So we slide this back on. Looks like this was open. When I open it up, I make sure I put everything back together. This was open a while back. Obviously, there's missing screws here. There's the missing screws here that lock the lid back in place. There's missing screws on this side. You pop this open too. See? The bottom of the motherboard. You always want to make sure you ground yourself out with the metal frame before you touch any of the electrical stuff in here, because your body has static electricity and you can create a static discharge and burn stuff out. So, connected, flipped on. Let's push the power button, and it's nice and quiet now. I don't know what it is that we did, but if you listen to my previous video, right at the end when we connected everything, started making weird noise like to me, it sounded like the little motor was spinning where the fan is at, and it wasn't catching. So this little motor was, and the little fan is trying to catch up, but the little motor spinning so fast is creating a squeal. That's the only solution I could think of that happened, but how did we fix it? I don't know. Maybe with us prying the screwdriver underneath it, locked it in place well enough to where it does not squeak anymore and caused it for us to break it. But I mean, I glued it back together. It's nice and working. Everything's back together. It's not squealing anymore. There it is. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe.